Hi everyone, we're here at Makali Podcast Part 2. It's been, 5 months I guess from the last one. We have Caramel Hand Texan Cameron. We have Makali Connoisseur Julian from the last video. But now we have a European replacement. Hi Valentin. Can you introduce yourself to everyone please, shortly?
Hi everyone, I'm Bruno from Spain, living in Korea almost 10 years. I'm a Makali lover and I'm very excited about this experience with two very promising brewers here in South Korea on the scene. Yeah. Always.
So before we started, we talked about some discussion questions, just a bit of banter about booze that we could do. So my first one was like, do you have an interesting anecdote about booze? Very general question. So just some funny, you don't have to be drunk, you don't have to look at a drunk guy, but some interesting story about alcohol from life. So I guess I'll start. So I was in Hanoi, and Hanoi is famous for having snake restaurants. So I got a little bottle of Hanoi vodka and it had a baby cobra in it, tail around the bottom, curled up like that, and a scorpion in front of it. And I didn't look forward to the taste, but I bring it back to Korea. I put it on top of my microwave. I don't drink it. Weeks later, I'm sleeping, and it's 2 a.m., and I hear this crash noise, like broken glass. And I think, that could only be one fucking thing. I already know what it is. I go into the kitchen, I turn the light on, there's broken glass everywhere, this piss-color vodka liquid everywhere, a dead cobra, a scorpion, and my pet cat looking up at me like this. So that was a waste of money. And now I have to clean up broken glass, a dead cobra, and a dead scorpion. And I can't really punish my cat. Not really, so. I did end up getting my friend to bring me one later, and it tastes fucking disgusting. So if you're in Hanoi, try a shot of it, but don't buy a bottle and bring it back. It's absolutely horrid tasting. So that is my little alcohol story. I still love that cat though.
I have a very curious alcohol story. I did the Trans-Siberian trip, so I took the train all from Moscow to the border with Mongolia.
Oh wow!
Yeah, near the border is a city called Irkutsk, and I never been like a big vodka lover. But when you're in the train and you're with the Russian people, you always keep drinking. So the anecdote is like these guys, when you're in the side of cabin, especially when you are with some kind of guys, there is always like a bottle of vodka on the table, and because basically there's nothing else to do on the train, you keep drinking all day long.
Oh god!
All day long, and it can be quite savage because in the evening you start drinking a little bit more, people start to be a little bit less impassioned, and yeah, some little fights will occur in the train. So since that moment, I fell in love with Russia, let me fall on the culture, and that was my little alcohol story.
How much is a bottle of vodka on the train? Roughly, like in won, roughly same price.
It's nothing.
Like
it's
man
like
won, 5,000 won.
No, man won, like Samchon won, like that. Yeah.
For a bottle of vodka.
Yeah, for a bottle of vodka.
Oh my god! No wonder everyone's getting fucked up. Yeah.
Because basically people they don't buy vodka on the train, but while the train is stopping different stations, that you can always buy supplies, buy alcohol very, very cheaply.
Okay. I see. Okay, so the train stops, they jump off, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like a cruise line. Yeah. All right, cool. So I had one more thing where I wanted us to talk about if you could go anywhere in the world on like a booze vacation, where would you go and why? And so again, I'll start. If I could go anywhere, I'd go to London, and I'd do just like the most massive pub tour, and I'd get as much cask ale as I could drink, and I'd go to pubs that are like 400 years old and just make lots of friends, British friends, and just drink my face off with like recipes that are 1,000 years old, and pubs that are older than my home country, and just go up and down the street trying everything, and and they speak English there, so I would have a hell of a time. Just there'd be no issues with that either. So that's what I'd do. Anyone else? The train in Russia.
No.
Again.
My favorite, I'm like a wine lover. I'm from Spain, so wine and beer. Many people doesn't know, but beer is the most drinkable alcohol in Spain.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, above wine. So I think I will pick up Brussels. The Netherlands, Belgium, they're like a big hotspot of beer. So I'm always blown by the amount of also pubs, very, very old pubs in downtown Brussels. So yeah, especially like the Rilos Trampus is a very famous pub in the center of Brussels. So yeah, my pickup.
Is that the one with like 1,000 draft things?
Yeah, with the
Okay.
basically
Yeah,
with
it's
like a
some
purple
ridiculous-
elephant. Like
Exactly. I've heard of I've heard of that. Yeah.
So many cool taverns and very nice like beer culture. So my pickup will be like Brussels.
All right, Julian, Cameron.
I would say maybe a beer tour around Belgium for the same reasons that Kevin described, or a wine, like a vineyard tour of a few different vineyards, and I don't know which country. I mean, Spain, Portugal, France, Italy,
California,
maybe even Germany, California, some place where there are lots of good vineyards, good scenery, good food, and because I enjoy red wine, but I haven't really been to many vineyards, and in Korea it's not really a thing so much, so I haven't had a big
they're
opportunity.
quite rare.
Yeah, so
comparatively,
that kind of tour I think would be good, and not only for the alcohol, but just for the cultural experience, seeing new buildings, and the history of the places.
Nice. Yeah, Cameron. Any ideas?
I mean, there's so many ideas, but
Pick one.
I'd either go to France to check out the different wine regions there, or go around Kentucky and do like a bourbon.
Okay, I had a feeling you may say something like that.
I really like
bourbon
whiskey.
stuff.
I like bourbon the most, and I've actually never been to Kentucky, even though I'm from the U.S. So
I've had the fried chicken, but I've never been to. It's a bad joke. Yeah.
We will cut that. Maybe.
Everything stays in. If it makes me look silly, it stays in for your viewing pleasure. Yeah. Any recommendations for bourbons, American bourbons that they can find that you recommend?
I really like Michter's.
Okay.
Michter's is a good one. They're rye.
I love rye.
It's one of my favorites. Or Russell's,
Okay.
which is part of Wild Turkey's label.
Okay, I know
It's
that
like one of their
signature brands.
like a premium kind of thing. Okay.
yeah. It's really good.
Nice. All right, we're gonna start drinking. I'm hot. The air conditioning's at 16 and it's on, and it still feels like a fucking sauna in here. So let's get some drinks going. So we're starting with Homebrews first. Let's do my basic Danyang juice. So everyone has their glasses, right? Excellent.
Danyangju means
Single
there's
stage.
only one round of rice.
Right. So rice in, steamed rice in, water in, noodle in. This has been 9 days, I guess, at this point. So. Yeah, there really isn't anything much to say about it. This is for Valentine. He loves his Danyang juice, so.
That's a big pour.
That's
Sorry.
a whole drink.
This is the first one, so. Bruno's smart. He brought a shot glass.
Yeah, I was-
Tell me when to stop him.
European style, small quantities, high quality.
Yeah.
I haven't even had any of this yet, so we'll see what happens.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, everyone. Yeah.
Oh,
First
yeah,
glass.
it's got that sour, fresh smell to it. Oh, it's the carbonation's there, yeah. Quite tart though.
Wow.
I promise the temperature at my house is constantly at 21, so this isn't like overheated.
Is there anything in that?
0.
Really?
It's the Busan Nuruk though.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
It almost has this like wasabi nose thing going on.
Yeah.
Super dark.
It's quite nasally and like the you have like the vapor kind of thing. Yeah. Fuck. Valentine hates the Busan Nuruk, so you missed this one, buddy. Yeah. I didn't have any of the regular stuff left, so when I was planning for this video, I kind of said to myself, "Fuck, well, I only have this Nuruk, so I gotta."
You put that? You made this one, right?
I made this.
This is a homemade one.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm using Busan Nuruk, which gives it that like. It's not quite citrusy, but it's like this tart kind of a little citrusy. Yeah.
Super tart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that okay to use some Nuruk in Gyeonggi-do?
I had to get a license. I had to email the governor of Gyeongbuk. Yeah.
Tastes
Gyeongsan,
strong. I don't know if it's just the flavor from the noodle, but I get a lot of alcohol.
The pine one that I made that we're gonna. 안녕하세요. Ah. Okay, Jake, come in.
Yeah, I was gonna say light and
Sour.
fairly sour or tart, but
Yeah.
Jake,
good
yeah.
strong taste.
Julian, I forgot about Jake putting him in frame. Julian, can you zoom out a bit? All right, Jake.
Yeah.
I made this 9 days, simple Busan Nuruk. It's a bit citrusy and tart. But,
When did you filter it?
like 3 hours ago.
Really?
Yeah, this is like super.
That's
fresh.
why it
Yeah.
tastes like that.
This was filtered 3 hours ago in the fridge, in my ice pack in my bag, and then here. So This is like straight
Jazz-
out.
it's
It
like-
tastes like it.
It's
Straight
like
out.
a jazz
yeah.
filter, yeah.
Bit rough, eh? Yeah, there's no aging on this one yet, so.
I'm just curious how.
It's a dangerous game you're playing, Julian.
I'm just curious how this malt will be aging. Yeah, because it looks like. It's
Oh god, next week it'll taste different, and then in the month it'll taste a bit different. Yeah.
It'll get
In 2 years it'll
easier to
taste
drink.
Are you gonna keep it?
It'll be less offensive.
Yeah.
I only did 1.2, 1.2, so there's not a lot of it to age. So this is half the batch almost right here. So yeah, I'll age it a bit. But
Did you adjust your recipe in any way?
I just did the most standard 1.2, 1.2, 120 grams of Nuduk. Done.
So you
Take-
made the same
give it a
drink
try,
before.
man.
Still, Jake
This is-
Don't feel the FOMO. Make it out.
Jake, can you come in a bit? Jake, can you come in a
Too
bit?
sour.
All right, Cameron, we want to do one of yours next.
Let's do my friends because they're both.
Okay,
Onion
which
juice.
one am I looking at here? The Rui or the wit or the blank one?
Either one.
You
I don't
can
know
put them all.
anything about
Are
them.
you okay?
I can't
This will
say.
be totally blind. Let's go in order of takju. So let's do the least to the most. Does that make sense?
Is this
As far as takju goes?
mine?
Is it? Which is yours?
This is mine.
Okay.
So we'll do this one.
Okay. This one's yours. These two are hers.
My
you said,
friends,
right?
her
This
name
is
is
yours,
Sheila.
six-
I was gonna say, you want to give her a
6'9"
shout out or
roll.
something?
This might be carbonated. I don't know what's gonna happen when I open it.
Can you do that in like?
Let me just.
Okay.
I think it's okay.
It's fine. It's out.
It's a pity you have not recorded that. That was cool. Yeah.
I'm on the hook
It's-
for any damages to this room. Yeah. That's
cool.
the issue here. Yeah.
So you dig gas a little bit. And
I don't know what.
So
to
how did
expect.
you meet this person and what kind of experience does she have brewing? Who is this person?
Sheila is my coworker.
Okay.
I think she got some like online course from Julia.
Oh wow. Okay. Interesting.
And her brew that I tried last time, like
Jake likes it. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Jake's making a face.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
seeing his
Why don't
face.
you guys, why don't you guys pour first and pass it back down over here? I tried her first brew. She had like a little dinner party to celebrate,
Nice. Yeah.
and it was good. I mean, it was similar to what we just tried, but better actually. Like it had that earthy
That's fine.
characteristic.
That's fine.
But
I
it
don't
wasn't
super
like-
tart either. Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't as offensive, you know.
Yeah. Mine's quite puckering. Yeah. 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 This smells a lot more
So,
earthy.
I'm excited to try it. She said this was a failure.
Okay.
But-
Interesting.
He said this batch was a failure.
We'll be the judge of
Well, I
that.
don't
Is this her first time brewing?
This is the second time.
The second time. Okay.
Yeah.
Those are always a bitch. The first 5 times is such a crapshoot.
You can see like little particles floating.
Yes.
Is that like the Nuruk, I guess?
Those it could be rice oils,
Rice oil.
like
too?
fat.
It's
from the
very
rice.
dry.
Okay, cheers everybody.
Yeah, we cheers on the first one. Yeah, we won't do it every time. Yeah, yeah. That is almost like mine a bit, but it's so much more muted. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very dry, but it's also very short, like the dryness.
Mm.
There's,
goes-
yeah,
it
the
goes away
taste just
Mm.
stops.
Exactly, yeah.
And then,
Carbonation's nice
I
though.
don't know.
This is like lemony rather than citrusy. Like mine was just sour. This
Yeah.
is reminds me more of like a lemon flavored something. Yeah, which is a nice thing. Yeah.
This is better than yours. Sorry, man.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Sheila, well done.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure what's
usually make
different.
danyang juice to be honest. I only make like samyang, sayang, oyang. Yeah.
Good amount of carbonation. How do you choose how much carbonation was in there?
When you
Just ferment
when
it
you
longer.
when you bottle it basically.
Like, how would
Because
you
the,
make
the
this?
more CO2 that's if you let something age right out in the fermentation process,
Mhm.
there's no more sugar to turn into CO2,
Mhm.
right? But that's what the magic of a danyangju is, right? It only ferments for 9 days.
Mhm.
Then you bottle it, right? Like when I took the cork out of mine earlier, it went like that little psst, and when Cameron opened the swing top, yeah.
So how do you add more carbonation if you want more?
You could
carbonation?
artificially carbonate it like a
Well, I mean, but that's
Wow,
cheating.
yeah,
But like,
yeah.
how do you add more sugar?
You bottle it
with you could prime
while
it with
it's
sugar.
still fermenting,
Uh huh.
because the fermentation is the yeast eating the sugar,
Right.
and it shits out carbonation
Right.
basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you
And
basically
so
have
if
to
you
seal
bottle
it,
it while
yeah.
it's still happening,
Yeah.
any more like off gas is going to be in the bottle as carbonation.
Is there a way to prevent the bottle from exploding if you do that?
Not
Like if you don't know exactly when the
It's hard.
fermentation stuff.
I mean, I've never had an explosion, but
I have.
I've had things where I open it and it just like showers my whole apartment.
I had that once.
Like
I never
violently.
forget. Yeah.
Have you ever had like a hangari explode from carbonation?
That's not possible because the lid is on just resting. Like they're not actually sealed, right?
What if they were?
The Hungary is also
That would be
porous.
Yeah,
really
exactly.
High grade spurs, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's
So if you
true.
had like a stainless that you had clamps on and no gas release duct, in theory, if you did it, it would blow. It may not blow up, but it would certainly rupture like part of it open to get the gas out. Yeah, of course.
I'm opening the next one.
Yeah, go for it.
This
Yeah.
is less carbonated.
Would you say this is aged more then?
I don't think so. I think she did them side by side.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what.
6/9, 9th of June, I guess. WIT, we don't know what is WIT.
She's South African, so.
I will ask her
Some
about it
South
tomorrow.
African word. We're like,
WIT,
yeah.
we don't know what it's from. We'll figure out.
Women
So
in
left
Takju.
Wow.
Sheila, does this mean women in Takju? Yeah, that would be amazing. I would love that. Yeah. Jake, you're gonna make it blow up.
Yeah, it might just be stuck.
But get
If
that,
it's been sitting there for 2 weeks, yeah.
but get that sediment off the bottom.
You already opened
That's
it,
fine.
Cameron. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, it's fine.
Don't put your dirty fingers on my glass.
I like your glass, Bruno.
This is Kevin's glass.
Can
my glass?
I get a Bruno amount you? Just a small
So fucking
sip or two.
This is about taste,
you.
it's not about to get drunk.
Ooh.
That's right. Well,
go.
This one smells a lot different than the other one. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I like the smell.
do you know how this one's different?
I don't.
This one has like a.
I'll find out tomorrow.
Like pear
We'll find
kind
out.
of appley smell to it.
This is pretty nice. Actually.
Yeah, I like this one more than the other one.
Yeah, this is
because,
my favorite so far,
There's
yeah,
a stronger flavor.
Yeah.
There's a bit
You
more
guys,
balance.
you guys are drinking so fast. I couldn't even finish this one.
Slow.
Drink at your own speed, Jake,
Yeah, this is
but
nice.
not slow.
Yeah, it's not too sour. It's not too sweet.
It's got this fruity flavor.
Yeah.
I can't put my finger on it.
Almost like a.
Like a pear tart.
It's like a. Yeah, I was gonna say like pear,
Pear?
kind of. Yeah, yeah.
What
Like
kind
a
of
pastry
pear?
flavor too.
Almost
Pastry
reminds me
what?
of.
Like a pastry.
It has like a
Pastry.
pomegranate eatness to it though, too. But it's more so like that astringent part of the pomegranate, not like the pomegranate juice.
How often do you eat pomegranates?
I actually love pomegranate, so not every day, but you know, maybe once every couple of weeks.
Well, they're expensive to cook.
They
I
are.
think I prefer this one because it's more unique. I like the carbonation point and how fast the carbonation goes away in your mouth. Like it's like kind of the short makgeolli. It doesn't feel heavy in your mouth. I just like that one because I think it's more original. But this one is like it's just like pretty standard, more respectable. But yeah, I like the stuff. I'm actually gonna have another glass.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you, Sheila.
You tell them in your video this song.
Are you ready to continue?
I am.
You're
so sweaty right now, dude.
I know. This is water from the sink. This is water from the sink.
Okay, I thought that was like you sitting on the toilet.
I still am sweating. Yeah. It's both.
Alright, is it on power? Like, is it blowing? Like,
Yeah, it's blowing.